This is I'm Right, You're Wrong with Matt, and I'm Tyler. We have lots to talk about. NBA draft was big, and NBA free agency. But first,
Starts in 2 days.
oh gosh, the last time we were here, we had a proclamation of a guarantee of Warriors at 6 by our friend Matthew. But for those folks down home, I don't know if you've heard.
That was a while.
Cavs in 7. I told you.
You
so.
said originally Cavs in 6.
But when they were down 3-1, no, I did not bail. I said Cavs in 7. It happened. The block, LeBron from behind, which led to the shot. Feels good to be right. The Cavs. I'm a big
You're right,
LeBron fan, so I mean, but yeah,
so far we're 1-1.
1-1. I think it's 1.5 to 1 because what I said had never happened before, in NBA history.
I mean,
Anyway.
we both called down 3-1.
That was pretty impressive from
comebacks.
both of us. Huh?
So, all right,
But
back to what matters.
Anyway, NBA draft first. I'm going to give you my 3 winners of the NBA draft. You tell me if there's someone
if
I'm
I
missing.
agree or disagree.
Oklahoma City Thunder number 1.
Yeah, not
Okay.
having a pick and being a winner
And you
is
get
hilarious.
and you get the 11th pick in Victor Oladipo. The Denver Nuggets
Harrison.
2.
Don't forget about Harrison.
I give the Denver Nuggets 2. Jamal Murray fell to 7. They got what I think is the second best player to draft. And they also got Malik Beasley, shooting guard from Florida State, who I think is excellent. And 3, the San Antonio Spurs, getting Dejounte Murray, point guard, with the 29th pick or whatever, because he was, I think, the number 2, 3 point guard in a lot of people's things. But there's no question the Orlando Magic, I think, lost draft A.
I'm throwing another winner. Depending on what Bender does, the Phoenix Suns. You got 2 top 10 picks. The Chris kid from Washington. You don't know what the Kings are doing.
Kings.
They
drafted
moved from,
2 centers, and they have the
moved
best
from-
center in the game.
Yeah, they moved from 13 to 8 and gave up nothing.
Mm-hmm.
That's all they did. They switched spots. They gave up nothing else, and got 2 top 10 picks, which is always good. It just depends on what they do.
Obviously, Philly got what I think is going to be a future.
I'm
going to say
Ben
it right
Simmons
now.
as-
Ben Simmons is a future Hall of Famer.
Okay.
And he hasn't even played a game yet.
You heard it here first.
Future Hall of Famer Ben Simmons.
I'm not as high on
He
Ben
will win a
Simmons
league MVP in the
as-
next
as
6
Tyler
years.
is, but
Great player. Great player. Here's my. I have a couple underdog picks. I don't know, maybe if you have some sleepers that you got picked. What's his face? Marcus Page, my boy Marcus Page from North Carolina.
Homer.
That's a homer pick, just because he's a winner, and he's a big time. But here's one: Ben Bentel, power forward from Providence, averaged I think 20 a game, 8 boards. He can shoot the 3. He can be a stretch 4, which I think is a little overrated nowadays. But he's athletic. He can shoot the 3. He can play inside. He relies on his perimeter game too much, but I saw him drop 42 points on Marquette. This guy is young. Came out as a sophomore. He's raw, too, and he's already a great offensive player. I think he could end up being a really nice player for someone someday. And obviously Tyler Ulis, getting Tyler Ulis. I think he's small, undersized, not very athletic for an NBA point guard. But the guy, there's something about Tyler Ulis. Would you agree with that?
Tyler Ulis was one I was going to say, and it further proves my Phoenix as winners.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see what they can do. They got a lot to turn around, and they have a lot of guard play.
Mm-hmm.
But they added some bigger guys. And was it you that said that maybe future landing spot for maybe a DeMarcus Cousins?
And Phoenix?
Yeah.
Yes, I think that they'd be fools to not try and if they're not calling Sacramento every day until the trade deadline to try and get DeMarcus Cousins, I think they're crazy.
Okay.
My last thing about the draft before we move to free agency, I think the Pelicans were fools for taking Buddy Hield over Jamal Murray.
Really?
Buddy Hield, I think, is going to be a nice player, but Jamal Murray has a chance to be a star. Jamal Murray came out of Kentucky. The guy can score. He has good size. He's younger than Buddy, obviously, because Buddy's a senior. He has a chance to be an all-star in this league. Jamal Murray, I think, is the second best player of this draft. Denver stole him away by getting him with the 7th pick. Pelicans, I think, were fools to draft Buddy Hield. Not that Buddy Hield's not going to be a good player. I'm an OU. I love OU. But Jamal Murray, man, he's special.
I think if I had to pick a team that failed the most, it would be the Boston Celtics. Just because you had so much going for you, and I didn't really agree with where they went 3. There was all these. What are they going to trade? Are they going to trade this? And I didn't leave away from them going, wow, man, 8 picks, and they really made themselves better.
All right. I mean, they could still deal those picks. They
Yeah,
have lost
obviously.
All right. For the first time
Starts in 2 days.
in I'm Right, You're Wrong history, we have NBA free agency coming upon us, and we're going to play a little game of max or no max. We know Max is a big fan of the max contract, so I have a list.
Tyler is a big fan of the max contract. Definitely thinks that it's a deserved thing. Lots of players need it. I think too many players get max deals.
I'm not saying too many. I'm saying some of them may not deserve a max, but I like max contracts. I think it's fun to talk about. It's good for the league. All right. I'm going to tell you a player, and you tell me if you think they will get a max contract or if they won't. And then if you think they will, maybe you say why they shouldn't.
Okay.
Bismack Biyombo, max or no max?
I mean, I don't think he deserves one, but what he did in the playoffs and that kind of
average 9 and 6.
what he did in how about that?
last
What he
year.
did in the Eastern Conference Finals. And just the matchup that he brings, that it's like Drake.
26 rebound game might have gotten him $20 million.
Yeah. So I think yes, he is going to get a max deal.
Evan Fournier, max or no max?
If Evan Fournier gets a max deal, I'm done. I just quit understanding.
23 years old. He's a great shooter. He actually
What is Evan Fournier
He converted
done?
on 55%, according to NBA.com. He converted about, I think it's 55% of his isolation attempts. He's playing for the Magic, so no one really knows about him. He's a really nice player.
Yeah, he'll probably
he's gonna
get
get
a
a
max
max. New York. I'm telling you.
How many maxes are they going to give out this year?
Well, they can't really give out very many because next
They're-
summer they're gonna get.
I know, that's what I'm
Right?
saying. They got to be careful.
Chandler Parsons, max or no max?
He's getting a max. Yeah.
Nicholas Batum, max or no max?
He's getting a max.
Bradley Beal,
Yes, max.
Hassan Whiteside, max or no max?
That may be the only one.
I would never give Hassan. I would not give Hassan.
In my
Whiteside
opinion,
max.
might be the only one that deserves a max. All the ones you've listed so far.
He does not deserve a max. He's 27, immature. He blocks shots, so he's already older. You give him a max deal. What does he provide you outside of blocking shots on the weak side and
He can
catching?
score.
and
He's
dunking?
a scorer. He
has one move: turn and dunk.
No, he's got a decent outside shot. He's a rebounder.
He can
He's a
rebound.
shot blocker.
How long before that athleticism starts to fade?
He's done.
Is he a guy that you bring in
4-year max?
at $25 million a year? You're going to give some Whiteside $25 million a year. 22, 23, 24, 25.
I mean, he'll probably get it.
I'll give Dwight Howard a max before I give Hassan Whiteside.
Really.
I'm a big Dwight Howard fan.
Yeah,
Dwight Howard,
that's
max or no
ridiculous.
max at age 30, 31? I may not give him the full 4 years, but I might give him 2 years at max money. Is Dwight Howard going to get a max? Yes or no?
Dwight, you tell me Dwight deserves max over Hassan Whiteside? That's ludicrous. That's ludicrous.
Hassan Whiteside got
Joakim Noah
benched in
doesn't.
the playoffs.
No, Joakim Noah doesn't deserve a max over Hassan Whiteside.
I want Noah on my team over Whiteside. I'll take Joakim Noah on my team over Hassan Whiteside.
Max
I don't have
contracts
locker
are
room.
So stupid.
I don't have locker room problems with Joakim Noah. Al Horford obviously is going to get a max
Al
deal.
Horford to get a max.
Here's my prediction
Joakim
for Al
Noah's going to get a
Horford.
max.
My prediction for Al Horford. He's going to Golden State. Golden State Warriors will miss out on Kevin
They
Durant,
don't get KD. He gets.
and they will get their next gen big in Al Horford. Al Horford's the most underrated player in the NBA.
I mean, I'd like that. I mean, I'd like to see that. I think it would work if they don't get KD. When they don't get KD.
All right, Thunder fans. Victor Oladipo to Oklahoma City. Is that going to help Kevin Durant's sweepstakes or not for Oklahoma City? Is he staying?
I think it helps a little bit.
Because you're on the train of KD's gone, KD needs to leave, KD hates Oklahoma City.
No, I never said any of those last two things. For a long time, I was on the KD. But if the reports are true that he doesn't, I hate to say I know what KD thinks and feels and wants and does.
You don't?
I don't, because you don't know a guy. You get perceptions about a guy. You know, he's kind of that relaxed, laid back. That's what we see. That's what we think we see. So off of that, I'd say that he probably hates messing with free agency. So that's why I originally thought
You
the
don't
one
think
the
he
one
wants
and
to
one.
get a little pampered and everybody by the league?
See, I just think it's too much. And listen, I don't know anything about KD. This is all speculation. I do. I think he's very. I know he drives an Astro van. Like he's not high society. He's not. At least that's what I see. So I originally thought the 1-1, make lots of money, you go in free agency next year. But from the reports I'm hearing and what I think I know of KD, 5-year max deal makes some sense. Now I don't know if it's going to be with the Thunder, and it may be with the Thunder, but I don't think he's leaving. I honestly don't. I don't think he's leaving. I did for the longest time, and then I didn't. I thought 1-1.
You know what I think KD needs to do.
Yeah.
Sabotage the Warriors and sign with the Thunder.
That's an interesting theory, where he tells Golden State, hey, I'm coming. They clear out everything.
And then he just signs with Oklahoma City.
And then he signs with Oklahoma City and screws them over, which would be hilarious. I mean, it would be one of the biggest one of the biggest deals in NBA history.
Let me ask you this. If Mike Conley goes to the Spurs, and Al Horford goes to the Warriors.
I don't think he's going to. I don't think Conley's going to.
He said he might. If Conley goes to the Spurs, Horford goes to Golden State, and KD stays in Oklahoma City. He stays in Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
Adams is young. Victor Oladipo coming up. All these guys that are getting better. Who's the favorite in the West next year?
Al Horford's going to Golden State.
If Al Horford goes to the
Do they
Warriors,
lose anyone?
They lose Barnes. And they probably lose Iguodala or Bogut. Who's the favorite in the West?
So I'm trying to figure out starting lineups. So starting lineups for San Antonio would be Conley as the point guard.
Danny Green,
Kawhi.
And let's assume Tim Duncan comes back for one more year.
He opted in.
But he said he's still undecided.
So, and then Golden State would be Steph, Clay,
Draymond,
Iggy, Draymond, Horford.
Mm-hmm.
Say we get rid of Bogut. So instead of Iggy.
Notice how he said we, because he's a Warriors bandwagon.
I'm being the GM is how I'm thinking. Thunder would go.
The Thunder. Andre Robertson's starting.
Do they re-sign Waiters?
No, Waiters is gone.
Waiters is gone.
So he's gonna get a max.
Russ.
Is Dion Waiters a max player?
No, but he's going to get one. Russ, Andre, Robertson, KD, Ilyasova.
I think so. And Adams.
I'll
take that lineup any day.
I mean, I like Ilyasova. Who's the favorite? I still think Golden State's the favorite. In the West.
One last thing. Top 5 free agents that aren't really being talked about. Okay, give me your top 5 free agents other than Kevin Durant.
No. Horford, Whiteside. I'm a big Hassan fan, as you are a Dwight Howard fan. DeMar DeRozan. This isn't in any particular order. Maybe now Dwayne Wade.
DeRozan and Whiteside need to go to the Lakers.
DeRozan, I told you he wasn't leaving Toronto.
He needs to.
He's not going.
He needs to.
I need one more. I don't know.
Whiteside's not as good as you think he is.
Is Marcus All a free agent?
No.
I don't know.
Horford, Conley. Here, this is gonna blow your mind right here. Nicholas Batum.
Okay. All right. I'm okay with that.
Give me Dwight Howard.
Bradley Beal.
Kind of 23.
In my opinion.
All right.
A lot of
Any
left,
final thoughts
left.
going into free agency before we conclude? Anything?
Golden State, sign Al Horford. Oklahoma City, KD stay in OKC. Conley, don't go to San Antonio. Please don't go to San Antonio.
I can't wait.
Knicks, you're hilarious.
Knicks will sign Dwight Howard to a max deal.
No, they're going to sign Joakim Noah to a max deal.
No, Dwight Howard's going to New York.
Nope.
It's going to be the greatest thing ever watching Derrick Rose, Melo, and Howard ruin Kristaps Porzingis' career.
No, Joakim's going to...
Jimmy Butler will be traded to Minnesota.
Dwight's going to go back to...
July is over.
Dwight's going to go back
Minnesota's going to be a top 5 team in the West.
That's another one. Jimmy Butler going to Minnesota is one I really like.
All right. We will come back after free agency's over. I'm Tyler.
I'm Matt. Max deals are stupid.
And Whiteside is not as good as he thinks. And this is I'm Right, You're Wrong. See you next time.